Good afternoon, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and we're about to lay down on the floor for some yin yoga. I recommend a block, and I think that's all that you actually need for today. There we go. Okay. Make sure your block is nearby because we're going to use it pretty quickly into our practice. And as you're ready, make your way down onto your mat and lay down. Heels can touch, toes can fall open, arms can be relaxed by your side. If you want to take any other variation for your savassanah, if you're having any discomfort in your back and you need to bend your knees and plant your feet on the floor, then go for that. But whatever position that you decided on, take a long, slow, deep inhale and exhale, just relax into your space a little bit more. Maybe one more inch of the back of your head or shoulders or glutes, thighs, or calves can melt into the floor with every exhale. Start to take notice of where you're breathing, and if your breath is still up towards the top of your chest, work to send your long, slow, deep inhales all the way down to the bottom of your belly and your diaphragm. Perhaps even taking some intentional pauses between breath. As we move throughout today's practice, you're welcome to continue creating intentional pause between your breath. But make sure you don't come into any stretch that is so deep that you are holding your breath. And it's pretty normal that might happen while you're stretching your body, so just take notice wherever it is that you land in any stretch today. If you cannot still enjoy a relaxed inhale and exhale, then ease back and find a new point to relax where your breath continues to be your number one focus. Use your next inhale to bring your arms up overhead. You can keep your hips where they are as you start to walk your legs over to the right, starting with feet relaxed side by side. Once again, keep your hips where they are and bring your upper body over to the right. You can have your arms straight or bending your elbows. Maybe you hold your hand or grab an opposite elbow. You can allow your head to relax wherever feels good. So maybe you invite a stretch to your neck. If you want more of a stretch through your legs, see how it feels to cross your left ankle over the right. Bigger stretch that can happen from your hip down through your knee. And if you don't want that big stretch, maybe you want a little bit more grounding, crossing your right foot over your left, just pressing that left foot to the floor. Or your feet can stay relaxed side by side. Try and pick one, better to choose your battle and then breathe through it. You'll get a lot more from the stretch than if you were moving in and out, in and out. Okay, we're gonna enjoy 1 minute more right here. Speaking of moving, reminder that if your eyes are moving, your mind is moving. So either a soft, hazy gaze at one spot in your space, or close your eyes. Relax a little bit more. We're gonna exit out opposite the way that we came into this one. So if you took a cross of your legs, uncross your legs. Keep them there to the side. Bring your upper body back through center. Walk your legs back through center. Take your time. Full cycle of breath in the middle. Once again, exhaling, hips and low back, relax to the floor. And whenever you're ready, you can start to walk your legs over to the left, creating this banana shape all over the right side of the body, a whole new side of the body, different side of the body. When you're ready, bring your upper body over to the right. So maybe you're able to do more on this side and maybe you need to do a little less. Same two options. The intensity can come if you cross your right ankle over your left. The grounding can happen if you cross your left ankle over your right. Scan your body head to toe, and where might you be contracting your muscles that you don't need to? The goal here is complete relaxation. Well, I mean, almost complete relaxation, because we are still creating an intentional stretch throughout the right side body as uninterrupted as possible, but honoring yourself and finding what feels good today. And that every day really is different. And the joy that you should hopefully be able to hold in your heart for simply showing up. However much you do, however little you do, you're here right now, and that is really fantastic. If you took a crossing of your legs, let's take a couple more breaths. All right, now, as you're ready, if you cross your legs, uncross your legs. Bring your upper body back to center. Walk your legs back to center. Relax your arms down by your side. Walk your feet in. Soles of the feet press down on the mat. Knees point up towards the ceiling. Find some grounding through all four corners of your feet. And then grab hold of your block. Use your next inhale to lift your low back up, slide the block under your low back so that your glutes are just hanging off of one end. And you can have your block on the high portion, or you can have your block on the lower portion. I'm going to enjoy a little of the lower portion today. You can keep your arms by your side, or maybe hands on your heart or belly. If you want to explore walking your feet further forward for a different stretch in your low belly digestive system, you're welcome to. Finding a spot that feels good for you. I like my feet right at that starting position. And once your feet are settled, option to inhale your arms up overhead, relax your arms down towards the floor, get a little extra stretch. So there's a tucking almost of your chin towards your chest. See if you can even create a little space, a little extra energetic shift and stretch of the crown of your head to the wall behind you, as much of the back of your head and neck and shoulders relax the floor. back to your total body scans, one breath at a time, inch by inch, and just ask yourself if you can relax a little bit more. Maybe you can even bring a little bit more length to your breath while still working to make your exhale longer than your inhale. Perhaps you're beginning to practice or have been enjoying your ujjayi breath, a slight constriction of the throat, pressing the tongue up to the top of your mouth and creating a gentle snoring sensation. Last few breaths here in your supported glute bridge. So if you brought your arms up overhead, gently relax your arms back down by your side any way you see fit. And once your palms are back down on the floor and your chest is open, walk your feet back in if you walk them out. Once the soles of your feet are under your knees, use your gentle inhale. Lift yourself up off of your block, and on your exhale, slowly melt your spine down one vertebrae at a time. Once it gets there, windshield wipe your legs right and left, as you begin to extend your arms out wide to the side. And when you're ready, allow your knees to fall heavy over to the right. You can even shift your hips intentionally over to the left, and it's your choice if you'd like to spine twist with your legs wide. Maybe your legs are stacked. Maybe your top leg is high and your bottom leg is low. What's felt natural for you to fall into today? As you're ready, slowly sending knees back up towards the ceiling. Back of the head, shoulders touch down to the mat. You can press into the soles of your feet, shift your hips over to the right, and allow your knees to fall heavy to the left in whatever variation you would like to enjoy on this side. And it does not have to look the same as whatever you did on the first side, but it can. It doesn't have to. And we've got just a couple minutes over here. Stay on our left side. So as you're ready, close your arms like a book. You can draw your legs together so that they are stacked. Take a moment over here in your recovery pose, laying on your left side. When you're ready, press yourself up and come to tabletop. As you get there, enjoy some cat-cows. Any sort of shakes or shimmies that you want. As you plant your hands on the ground, spread your fingers really wide like a starfish. If you try something in one direction, give your body the opportunity to try it in the opposite direction as well. We have a nice big stretch of our shoulders coming after this. Finish out whatever range of motion you were enjoying. And make your way back into a traditional tabletop, lower belly gently drawn in. Let's keep the right hand down on the floor to start. And inhale your left arm high to the sky. Open your chest. Try and touch both walls. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Draw your lower belly in again. And then weave your left hand underneath of your body, palm facing up. Release your left shoulder towards the floor and your left temple to the floor. Can you even get your left ear towards the mat? Shoulders away from your ears. So maybe your right hand stays close by your shoulder or under your chest to help you keep your lats engaged and draw your shoulders away from your ears. Your glutes can gently sink back towards your heels. If you want more stretch, right hand can come all the way forward. Maybe you even walk your right hand fingertips over to the left side of the mat. Just find what feels good for you today. No judgment, no expectation. Mostly relaxation and breath. We got 1 minute left. Can you reach energetically a little bit more through your left hand fingers to the wall that's away from you that your fingers are pointing at? And send your big belly breaths into your upper back. If you walked your right hand forward or to the left side of your mat, gently begin to bring your right hand back in underneath of your chest. As you're ready, take a big inhale. Stretch left arm all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, left hand back down to the floor. Enjoy a couple cat-cows once again. Just shake it out. Reevaluate how you're feeling. And then start to find that neutral tabletop again. This time, left hand is going to stay planted on the floor. Draw your lower belly in, shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, right arm up towards the sky. On your exhale, right arm threads underneath of the body. Release your right shoulder towards the floor. Right temple, right ear might come towards the mat. Check out if you're like scrunched up in your shoulders. Really try and find some length here. Glutes can sink back towards your heels a little bit. Remember, your left hand can stay right here, helping you stay active. And drawing your lats down your back, or maybe you prefer the feeling of walking your left hand forward or bringing left hand over to the right side of the mat. Just breathe. Last minute here, find that big energy stretching through your right hand fingers to the left side of the room. A little extra stretch and separation of your shoulders, scapula. And a reminder that it's normal. If you do feel any sort of shaking or trembling, just continue to breathe through it. If you extended your left arm to the top of the mat, gently begin to walk your left hand back in, left hand underneath of your chest. On your next inhale, unweave. Exhale, right hand down towards the floor. We've got child's pose coming up next. Choice, open kneed or legs together. But send your glutes back towards your heels. Walk your hands back forward. Or as generous of a bend in your elbows as you choose. Hopefully your block is nearby. You might want it for our next posture. Keep using your exhales and ask yourself, what can you soften? Next, we're going to shift into puppy pose. You can always walk your legs in a little if you want to. It's okay if they're wide. But we're shifting chest forward. And chest comes down towards the mat or your block. And your hips, ideally, are stacking on top of your knees. But if that really doesn't feel good and you'd like to continue to hang out for a little bit longer in your child's pose, you are welcome to. You can make this a little bit easier with your head and mouth kissing down to the mat, and a little bit more challenged and opening with your chin forward. Last few breaths. And you might need to press yourself back just a little bit, and then we're going to shift all the way forward. Make your way, when you're ready, into your Sphinx. So forearms come down towards the mat, ideally underneath of your armpits. If that's too much on your upper back or shoulders, you can always open your arms a little bit wider, bringing them that chest towards the floor. And if this is a lot of your neck, your eye gaze can come down diagonally in front of you. Or maybe you even intentionally tuck your chin to your chest. Can you press your elbows down though and energetically draw them back towards your hips and take a little external rotation of the shoulders so you're squeezing your shoulder blades back together again. And you can play around with how it feels to change the engagement in your posterior chain. Find what feels good for you to be supported. We just got a couple breaths left here. Keep thinking towards pulling your chest forward and the shoulders opening up. Take 2 more slow breaths. And after your second breath, we're gonna bring the elbows out wide, make a pillow with your hands, release your head down onto the pillow. Forehead on the pillow, take the stress out of your shoulders, just take a few breaths. Then go ahead, extend your arms nice and wide. Out to the side. Maybe your left hand only extends wide. You can keep your right hand close by your chest to begin with. Bend your left leg and then roll over to the right side of your body. Left toe touches down somewhere on the floor. Maybe it's close towards your ankle. Maybe it's trying to reach all the way up towards your right hand. You can clamshell your legs open, or you can just keep your hips stacked right here. Maybe your hand palm stays close by your chest, or extra stretch through your back if you bring your arms out wide into a T. So remember, we're doing what's right for our bodies today. And we don't have to do everything every single day. Even if you did something yesterday or it's a normal part of your practice, it's okay to take a big step back and just meet yourself with what today needs. So make sure that your breath is still long. And start your body scans head to toe, and what and where can you relax a little bit more? Whether you're physically relaxing a muscle group or muscle in your body, or you're just bringing some more relaxation to your mind through your breath. Let's take 1 more minute here. If you extended your left arm out wide into a T, you can bring it back to your chest for some support. Let's roll over onto our bellies, both legs side by side. And once you get there, we're just gonna switch our arms out. So left arm outstretched, palm down, hand in line with the shoulder, and your right arm, hand palm can come close to your shoulder to help support you. Right leg bends, and then you're just gonna roll to the left side. Tapping that right toe down somewhere, maybe by your ankle, maybe reaching all the way up towards your hand. You can clamshell your legs open, or you can stack your hips here. Find where it feels good to relax. Release your right hand. Take that scrunching out of your shoulders. Back to your long, slow breaths. Eyes focused or closed. Scanning your body head to toe, each breath for ultimate relaxation. Excuse me, sorry. If you extended your right arm long, gently bring your right hand back in. Let your hand palms close by your chest. Roll over onto your belly once again. Extend both legs long. Bring your left hand in close by your chest. Press yourself back up to tabletop again. Once you get there, last time through for some cat-cows. Really shaking it out. No right or wrong. Whatever last stretches or asanas your body might need before we'll come into our final savasana for today's practice. When you're ready, we're going to make our way onto our backs. Maybe you walk your knees up and cross your ankles and roll over them. Maybe you shift your feet to the side and just lower your seats. Legs extend long. And you can have a bend in your knees as you lower yourself down. If you want to take a moment and even bring your knees towards your chest or roll side to side. And really relax your back on the floor. Go for it. Once you're ready, sink into your final savasana. Perhaps today you keep your knees bent and tented. Or maybe you go for traditionally extending legs long. Bring as much of the back of your head and neck to the mat as you can. And take this time to say something kind to yourself. Perhaps reflect back on something you can be proud of that you have accomplished today, this week, this month, the whole year. Just taking a moment to create some gratitude within yourself, for yourself. Whether you're reflecting upon something that you were thankful that someone did for you, or maybe you were reflecting on something you did for yourself, or something for someone else. Just do remember that even in the most challenging of times, there are always things to be thankful for. And if you need to, acts of service and giving to others can really be a way that not only do you feel good for putting good energy out there, but think of the amazing way that someone who needs it and can receive it will react. And you can think small too. You know, it doesn't take a lot to just be kind and thoughtful to others. So a simple act of holding the door open if you see someone is behind you, saying thank you, giving someone a compliment for no reason other than just because they deserve it. I hope before we have our next practice, you're able to think of so many things that you are thankful and grateful for in your life. And may they fill your heart and soul with joy. And be those little things that fill your cup and encourage you to just keep showing up. I encourage you to stay down here on the floor for a bit longer. Take as long as of a final savasana as you need or as you want, whichever is longer. And before you do get up from your mat, make sure you take the time to thank yourself. Thank yourself for simply showing up and breathing, no matter what else happened. How wonderful. As always, the light within me honors, sees, and is so thankful for the light within you. So thank you so much for showing up and putting your energy out there, receiving mine positively. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your practice, an even better rest of your day. Namaste.